Okay, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rivals FC podcast. I'm with Dofa, Kiki. I'm with Marks today, surprisingly, and I'm with Tita next to me. Today we'll just be running through the title race, an interesting one. Very
A lot of things have changed. Yeah.
very good results for Arsenal fans. Disappointing results for people like Marks, mans like Marks. But yeah, we'll get into that. After that, we'll just talk about whether United's back or not, and then get into the Carabao semi-final at the Emirates with Arsenal taking on Chelsea. But yeah, let's start with probably the biggest thing coming out of the title race. Yeah, City. Marks, I actually I'm gonna give you the platform first. Just to be fair, what happened? What happened this weekend? What was going on?
Um, I think um, just want to say hello to everyone. Hello, what's up? Um, I think I need to say that the first half was good, but we should have walked out of that first half probably 5, 6 more. We were not clinical, and that's what's going to kill us because we can't outplay teams these days. We have to outscore them. So second half comes in. It looked like we were tired. It looked like there was a disbalance. There was a big gap between the midfield and the attack. And I think the reason is because we have too much attackers. We don't have a second person to help out in the defense. Because sometimes
But
Rodri can go up and then the floor. And then sometimes someone who's inverted has gone up as well. So it becomes a bad three. Then that one person's in the midfield. So many people in many positions, but there's no stability. So I think one of the reasons that can help, the solutions that you can come up with is a double pivot, double CDM pivot, Nico Gonzalez and Roger. And then we have whether Turkey or Foden at 10, because it's just too much right now.
that actually could work.
Okay. Looking historically at Pep's style of play, he's never played with a double pivot, right? He's always played with a single CDM. It's if not Busquets. I think at Bayern it was Schweinsteiger was playing eight at thingy. There was another six that
It was
I'm just
Martinez.
forgetting.
It
Sorry,
was Martinez, Javier Martinez. That's
you
his
see,
guy.
right?
Mhm.
And then now you had a Rodri who, by the way, since his Ballon d'Or chat and obviously taking the massive blow it was an ACL injury, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
Guardiola.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
Guardiola.
no to Rodri before
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
it was ACL, right?
Yeah.
Considering all of that, I think it's going to be very difficult for him to come back to who he once was, right? But then also going back to Dofa's point of the talisman thing, right? I think it's becoming more visible that when Pep doesn't have a talisman that is running, that's his engine, that's his creativity source, he's kind of cooked, right? Because if you look at it, those were in the moments of actual individual brilliance that played to the other player's strengths. So that's the thing. I don't think the two CDMs thing is something that Pep will consider. I think Pep just needs to play a traditional back four because his defense is not solid anymore. I think we need to give.
Have you guys been playing a back three?
No,
This
they're
whole time?
playing a back four, but Pep, he always plays like the
Oh,
same
Then,
setup.
yeah, and then he
yeah, yeah.
turns
Or
the
set.
right back into, yeah,
Oh,
like
okay.
Nunes has been playing in the midfield sometimes, or then Phillips. Like, you don't have fullbacks. You look at it, you
They
don't have
usually don't have
fullbacks.
fullback. They don't have fullbacks the whole game. I think they have one or two defenders at the back all the time, right?
Yeah.
So
Um,
22 people
so
suspension.
so I think he just needs to go back to a flat four, right, and give them the line only. Give them the line, and then yeah, that's what I think. So in terms of Man City fixing their problems, I think they do have the staff to fix their problems. I don't think it's a staff issue. I think now it's a Pep issue, and no one is ready to have chat yet.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
what
ready
I.
to have that chat. I'm ready to
Of
have
course,
it.
you are ready
I'm
to have
also
that
ready.
chat.
I'm ready to have it.
Of course, you are.
Dover should not include himself in this conversation. This is a big boy conversation.
Nah, but
Type
Oh,
of situation.
wait, let me
Which one
Situation.
is this one?
we're now going to a man who's coming down to, winning. I think it's his seventh term, if I'm not mistaken. So he needs to fix these issues to get him to another Premier League instead of, someone like Arteta getting his first title.
Okay, but focus,
since,
boy. I hear,
finally.
I hear you're trolling, but let's
Yeah,
focus.
that's what
Man
I'm
United
trying to
drop
say.
points against Spurs, who's
Yes.
16.
Bro, we're talking about Fritz.
United drop points
A
against
team
Spurs,
came
who's
back
16.
against us because we don't have a good defense. There's no stability in the midfield, and our defense is all over the place. So we need to first find stability in the midfield, then we can handle the defense.
I think it's just a Pep thing, bro. I think Pep needs to switch on. I think if he saw that you guys have a
Needs to change.
2-0 lead at first, first half, right? He should have probably switched to the two CDMs thing that you're talking about and played a bit more conservative. But it's Pep, bro. Like, this is what you guys signed up for, and it's worked over the past few seasons. But now it's looking like it's not working.
No, I think the missing piece. I've seen this theme with you guys. The way you guys play, you will hold the ball, you look good in the first half, and then it will always come down to like the final ball where you actually start converting those chances that you're creating. And I know we've spoken about this is probably an old conversation, but this was a game where I probably realized that you guys really get Kevin De Bruyne. Like he was.
Exactly, bro.
It's what Tito was saying about like you can't really do a lot. Like you can't kill games off without your talisman. And Kevin De Bruyne was, bro. Now that he left, there's that creativity one is a bit of a question there.
But Cherky, boy, thing is, Cherky's a baller, né?
I get that, but
He's obviously not at the
That's the
level.
thing.
He's not at the
He's
Yeah,
coming into that
yeah,
position,
yeah.
but he's not at that level.
and also okay,
But
I'm also
he'll
gonna say,
get
but
there. With time, he'll get there.
come again.
I'm saying with time, he'll get there, Chelsea, to that monster level. Remember, Pep made all of these players that you're saying was the talisman. Most of them
Pep
were
didn't make these players,
started
bro.
by
I
Pep.
disagree with that. I disagree with that.
But
It was good, but it wasn't on this level when Pep came in.
okay,
Don't make that seem as if.
okay, I hear you. I hear you. Maybe with time you'll get better, but you're in a title race, my boy. You can't be
I don't think they are in it anymore.
like, yeah, like you guys
Remember,
have to be more conscious about Aston
remember
Villa
what I
now
said at
than
the start of the
Arsenal.
season?
Huh?
Remember what I said at the start of the season?
Yeah.
Remember what I said at the start of the season?
What did you say?
We are
Just
in
say
a top four race.
oh my
We are
gosh.
in a top four race. The only reason why I
Of
was
course,
being
you
driven
see
to
that
say
now.
we can beat you guys. No, go back to when I had Baker has the file for recording. Go back to my predictions. I said we're gonna make the top four.
These
That's
guys
where I will
don't
go.
believe,
I didn't say we'd make fourth.
bro. I said they
Hey,
don't
And
look,
believe.
man.
These
now,
guys don't
because
believe.
every season I was
Everyone
doing
only sees
predictions,
places in the competition.
Boy, I won't lie to you, né? I won't lie to you. You'd be in a top four race if you weren't second, but you're in the title race. You are in the title race, whether you like it
we're
or not.
in it now because Arsenal has given it to us. We're in it now. But the likelihood is that Aston Villa will finish above us. With how the way we're playing.
Whoa. That's
Yes,
that's an
I
interesting
do. I
You
do
said
that's an
think
Aston
that.
Villa
interesting
might
opinion.
finish above you guys.
Yes,
Do you know if Aston Villa finishes above you, do you know who else can finish above you?
Chelsea. Man
yes, United.
I'll see.
Man United's in top four.
Well,
United
Man United
is
top
above us.
four.
That's the elephant there in the top four.
Yeah,
The
but
elephant on top of the tree. I'm gonna just say.
Hey, you know what? Given the current state of Man United, you guys remember I said if top 8, I'll be happy. Top 6 is a wish. Top 4 is a dream.
But you guys are gonna fall off though.
That's why I haven't said Man United's back. Note how I've never said Man United's
Okay,
back.
we'll
But
we'll,
you
we'll
guys
get
are
to Man
back,
United.
though. You guys are back, though.
Shut up.
we'll get to Man United. We'll get to Man United.
Let me just say one thing on Pep.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, for me, Pep, yeah, like I said, bro, like Tita mentioned it also, that I said it a while ago. I just really think Pep has always been carried by that one talisman player, that one player, and it used to be De Bruyne. And I don't think people really understand or have really taken into consideration just how much he depended on the quality of someone like Kevin De Bruyne. Do you know what I mean? Kevin De Bruyne was the type of player that he made other players good. Do you know what I mean? He used to put it on a platform for anyone. He would make an average striker look good. He would make shit.
Yeah.
I was about to mention Gyökeres, but Gyökeres is the average. But he would make any striker look good.
Bro, Gyökeres is really good.
Yeah. That's another story. That's a story for another day. But yeah, dude, I think now, him buying Semenyo, him buying Cherky, like all these players that he sort of like bought so quick, or I think it was quick. I think he's searching for that talisman. Do you know what I mean? He's really looking for that one person to carry the squad. And I think the reason why perhaps they didn't get like an obvious one at first is because they thought Haaland would do that. But without someone like De Bruyne, we all seeing the effects on Haaland now. So yeah, dude, I really think it's just, I think that's the main issue with Man City right now, or with Pep right now.
I agree with that statement. But I think there's enough quality that we don't have to rely on somebody.
Facts.
Foden, Turkey,
That's fair.
the players who I'm looking at that can just be levels above what they're on now.
It's just Pep.
Let
That's
me ask-
the only problem right now.
Let me ask you something.
It's his stubbornness that needs to change. But I think Haaland is our talisman right now. To say he's not is insane. I mean, at one point he had 12 goals, and our second goal scorer was own goal. Well, that one time when he had Burnley scored twice. So
Let me ask you
he's our talisman. Yeah, you know.
Okay, I'm comparing Pep to Arteta a little bit here, obviously. Arteta has this thing where he's able to. I'm not comparing in the sense that I'm saying Arteta is better. I'm just pointing out a quality that Arteta has, and I'm asking if you think Pep has it as well. Arteta is very good at improving players. There are a lot of players that have played under Arteta that went from average to good, or from good to exceptionally good. Do you think Pep has that ability to take people like Cherky and all these players to the next level, to like the really, really world-class level? Or do you think he's the type of manager that, he just hopes that they'll reach it?
Can I
actually manage them to reach that level?
Can I answer that, please?
Yeah, go on.
Well, you can answer it, Teta.
I think you forget what Pep has done with that question, right? I think you forget the fact that Bruce used to say this statement: anyone looks good in Pep's team, right? I think you forget Bruce like Sterling who came in, Bruce like Kyle Walker who came in, Bruce like, like you're forgetting a lot of players who came in who were not that great but became great. Right?
Can I hold
You're
you?
forgetting. Wait. Hold on. Right? You're forgetting a lot of these things, and I think let's leave Arteta out of this for a second. Let's look
Wait. We can ask you a question. I'm sorry to disturb you. Is it more of a thing of like he brought in really good players and he used them properly in his system, or did he actually bring in players that were mid and actually make better? I think
And
that's.
one more thing.
Oh, wait. Sterling had like a 10, 12, 15, 20 GA. Right?
He was good at Liverpool.
Guys, Sterling wasn't as good as people remember.
Oh, what guys? No. Okay.
Another thing, Tita. Another thing.
Bro, Sterling at Liverpool, right? Came into thingy to Man City, right? When he came into Man City, Brew was competing numbers with Ronaldo on there. I'm not saying he's on the same level, please.
Yeah.
Right? He was putting up numbers, crazy numbers, right? Sterling left and went to other teams. Sterling, he never ever played the way that he did under Pep.
Yeah, probably because he was a good player before, and then he went to City, and then Pep used him better.
What about Sandile?
Sterling was really okay.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Kyle Walker was a cow. Okay, let's talk
But
about Kyle Walker.
who
Let's
was the assistant manager when Sterling was at Man City?
Sorry?
Who was the assistant manager when Sterling was at Man City?
Teta.
Oh, it was Arteta. I didn't know that. Or I didn't remember that. I'm not taking... No. I'm not taking away... You see, I'm not taking away Arteta's ability to make players better. I'm just saying that we're forgetting what thing is also capable. Because even when when Sterling put up those numbers, Arteta had left for Arsenal already. No?
I mean,
No,
let's just talk about
No.
two players now. We
no.
are just talking about
What season did Arteta start Arsenal?
I think it was the season where Sani was still there by the time he started.
It was 2019. It was 2019. It was 2019. The back end of 2019.
Okay.
He was still
Let me ask
around.
you guys this question. What about players like Otamendi and Fernandinho? When Pep came in, he brought them to a whole nother level.
True.
That's fair.
I mean,
Forgot about
that's
those
all
guys.
just manager, but like, yeah, true. I get that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think don't be clouded by the fact that like yeah, I don't think Pep has an issue with making players better. I don't think
Right,
Pep
yeah,
has gotten this
yeah,
far and had these accolades that he has, right, without making players better, right?
It's
Yeah.
these are the tactics that kill him.
Though Pep is a genius, boy, but sometimes he's too much of a genius to the point where he thinks too much.
You
But
overthink
what
it.
is what's going on? What's going wrong now, bro?
Everyone has figured out that he's going to do something radical. So how do you set up with someone who does something radical every time? Do the usual.
just keep it basic.
Just keep it basic. Just keep it simple. You know, if someone is cooking like, you know, meals you can't even pronounce every day, and then I come to your house and I bring bread and chips and Russians, boy, you gotta be happy.
Yeah.
That
Do you understand
sounds
what I'm
good,
saying?
bro.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So everyone is like, he's so caught up. It's that same thing. That's why Tuchel always had his number. Tuchel always had his number because Tuchel would come with his normal tactic, but then Pep will come and think, "Hey, Tuchel has had my number in game 1 and 2. Hey, let me play now," which he's never played before.
He often overthinks it too.
And then he wants to play 3-5-2 all of a sudden. Do you understand? So I think that's what Pep's problem is right now. Pep is trying to prove that he's a genius when he's already proven he's a genius. Now he needs to just go back to fundamentals, analyze the situation, and say, okay, here's what's gonna happen. Yeah, that's my take. So to answer your question, Dova, I think Pep has it. I think he has that factor. I don't think we should ever question that he has that factor, right? Yeah, that's what I think.
And you think he still has it today, like right now? You think he can still do that with Turkey and all that?
I think he can. I just think because he's so caught up in wanting to come up with a different system, right? He's neglecting the actual players who play the system.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
But also, I'm looking at players like Rodri, Foden, and them. They've actually been in the system, but they don't seem to be putting up the performances. Rodri, I'll give him credit.
Well, he has changed it. Pep has slightly tweaked it as well.
How's he done that? Oh, like, I don't watch this.
Remember how, because now Foden and Czech are in the same system, so we play essentially two cams. Sometimes Czech will drift to the right. And now as well, on our left-hand side, we have a winger. Then he's also brought in Semenyo. So Pep is constantly changing his tactics based on the players he brings in.
But hey, my thing is he's just trying to be too creative, bro. Like this thing of playing
he's ego
cams in your team, and then so essentially you're left with 3 defenders at the back because your CDM needs to sit, but then you don't want your CDM to sit at the same time. Like he's playing too offensive football that it's getting to a point where he doesn't have any room to maneuver anything, right? Defensively. You know, you look at all the players he brought in defensively, they are very offensive players. You look at Nunes, you look at Aït-Nouri, you look at who's this kid?
They brought in Gay. He's not necessarily.
But Gay's a CB.
Yeah.
Sam. He's a CB.
So,
like fullbacks, they have a fullback problem. Arsenal does not have. I'm saying Arsenal. Man City does not have a centre back problem like that. Obviously, Diaz needs to come back from injury. I don't know Stones. What's happening with him?
Ghana, you guys also have an injury crisis.
They also have an injury crisis. You understand? So they have a fullback problem right now, where they've been trying to fill this void, having a fullback who can get back fast enough. When these boys are all wingers, O'Reilly is a winger, bro. Oscar Bob was a winger, and he played fullback at some point. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like you look at all these players and you ask yourself, who's really to blame? It's not the players. The players have quality, right? Maybe the finishing, but that's any game, right? Finishing won't always be that good, right? Um, just like defense, if I'm able to come into a team 10 times, 3 out of the 10 times I'll be able to convert, right? Um, and so forth. So yeah, I don't want to spend too long like exhausting it, but I think Pep is just trying to overcomplicate this thing. He needs to make it simple, right? If he's going to play 1-6, play that 1-6. If he's going to play a back four, play with four defenders that are not as venturous as you want them to be. Because no one is playing traditional football anymore, right? No one's playing that thing to say, okay, Liverpool, in fact, in their current state, Liverpool, right, have gone back to playing better football because they're playing fundamental football. Do you understand? You have your Kirk, but when Kirkes was going in and doing all these things of playing everywhere but left back, right? And then getting Child when he's back at left back. And then you had, who was the right back? You had a Connor Bradley, right?
Yeah, I think I get what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, once you play fundamental football, you're fine. Everyone was just trying to be so creative and just play football.
There's still hope for Man City then.
There's no hope. Pep is going to play a back three next week. Don't say I didn't say so.
Yeah, I wanted to ask this if Marx is still here.
Network.
Yeah, probably network. Do you guys think there's actually do you think they really are still in the title race, or they've just blown it this past weekend?
There's 14 games left. That's the thing.
It depends on Arsenal.
Yeah. But I do think they've blown their chances of making it a comfortable catch up. I think now it's going to be a deadline thing.
Yeah, I don't think they're totally out, but they've hurt themselves now.
Yeah. Similar to what you guys did like a few weeks ago as Arsenal.
Yeah.
Where you lost games you shouldn't have lost, you drew games you shouldn't have drawn, but then that just harmed your title race of spreading you guys should have been like 12 points clear by now maybe, right?
Yeah, it should have been 40,
Do you understand? So yeah, so I think you guys hurt yourselves if anything. And similar to Man City, they've hurt them. The only people I trust Aston Villa more than City in the current state.
That's crazy. City has done it more.
I'll take that.
So no, but guys,
agree with that.
How? But City has done it before, way more. Has Villa ever even won the Premier League?
Unai Emery learns from his mistakes, boy.
When? Because he always comes third. He used to come third when he was in the Spanish league every single time. So I don't see
they
that.
Him at PSG also.
Boy, let me tell you something. If Unai Emery had Gyökeres, he would be up there right now. He needs another player in the attack to help him.
No, he doesn't.
Because right now it's Rodgers and Watkins FC.
Bro, if Emery wants to switch Watkins and Gyökeres...
Sorry, Dolph, what were you saying?
I was saying if Unai Emery wants to switch between Watkins and Gyökeres, bro, like, I'm down for that.
Okay, whoa. Dofa, slow down.
Understand.
Slow down.
Suddenly does not relate to Oli.
We gotta stay.
I understand.
It's not always in his compliment. It's not that I don't rate him. Nah, it's just I've seen more lethal strikers, and I don't. If Oli was in Gyökeres' position now, I don't think it. I think it probably would be worse or the same.
Yep. Okay. I'm just saying. And this
is a conversation for another day.
Yeah, that's a conversation for.
But it's also because of like how people have been setting up against us, and also the big teams as well. That's why Haaland hasn't been scoring as well. I think he's also slowed down in terms of his goal scoring rates, even though he's still up there. But he has slowed down to what we used to see him as. But it's because of how the Premier League has changed and how they set up, like the small teams, how they set up against the bigger teams.
What do you expect people to do? No, whenever you bring up that point, I always feel like, what do you expect people to do? You expect people to set up the way they would set up because now we're versing like Arsenal or versing Man City. Now I'm going to set up in such a way where I play my style. Or I'm going to play to win.
That's fair. No, you see that word. Okay, it's fair. Set up so at least you have a game. You can be competitive. You can keep us out, but at least try to win. And then the reason why I have a problem with it is fair. You can set up like that. You can set up like that where it's like, okay, set up, try keep us out, frustrate us so you can at least. That's fair. Do your own tactics. But what I do not like is that when we find ways through corner goals or Noni scored a goal, was accredited to Noni, by the way, Dofa.
Mhm.
That delivery,
Oh, yeah.
it wasn't even an own goal. That was a proper delivery. The keeper couldn't even. I think he deserves that goal. But when we use corners and set pieces now to at least break like deep blocks, and then people are gonna start saying we're killing football when really
Yeah,
they
it
are the
doesn't make
ones saying
sense.
pass.
But guys, did we not
We finding that's why I'm saying
not say the same about? My thing is, this victimhood of if we do it, it's a problem. No, bro, we said the same thing about Pep. We said the same thing that he's killing football. He's making it too algorithmic. It's now engineering. It's no longer art. We
But when
said the
last did
same thing.
when
The
last
thing
did
is,
people say that, bro?
no. We're gonna jet this chat
you
here.
always say this,
We're gonna
Tita.
jet this chat
You
here.
always say this, and you always
When you get to the top, right? When you get to the top,
it's a
everyone's
different level because it's us, bro.
No, it's not a different level. Everyone's going to be uncomfortable because you're trying to be at the top in the way you're making it.
Okay. No,
That's a fact.
fine.
There's no way you're going to make it to the top, right? And people are going to be comfortable with how you're making it to the top. There's no way. And the thing is, whether you like it or not, right? Whether you like it, you played the most impressive football last week or this week, sorry, than you've ever played in the past few weeks, and that's because you guys were creating goals like chances from infield plays, right? You also scored from a set piece, and that was a beautiful set piece, right? But you can't sit here and act like playing set pieces is entertaining to watch. You're winning, and that's good. And that's what you guys should be doing. But now you need to be able to handle the smoke that comes with using the same thing over and over. That's the thing. That's my thing. It's not worse. It's not exponential because it's Arsenal. There's bro.
I
Watch whenever a team is.
I hear you. It happens all the time. It happened with Jose Mourinho. When Jose Mourinho was
the bus.
when he was parked the bus, everybody was like, "Okay, dude, come on, at least try to go out there and play some attacking football." I hear it. That's always going to happen when a team that's always up there, right? But then to go to the extent where your guys' legends, Borio and even Scholes, Gary Neville, are coming at Arsenal and be like, "This is the worst
Exactly.
Premier League season that we ever going to experience if they win it like this." That's absolutely. We've never heard that type of thing said before about any other thing that is.
Not about the COVID trophy that Liverpool won.
That was COVID though. Even then. No, but look, even then, Liverpool were using set pieces, but it wasn't. People weren't as loud. Go look at how many goals they scored from set pieces.
Yeah.
This guy weren't as loud as people
So now is you literally said it now. You literally said there's evidence. You said it's a COVID trophy also.
It kind of.
But now
the FA Cup we won there was like, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna really.
So why are you complaining? Because you're perpetuating the same thing. You don't want people to say that this is going to be the one. Hey, bro, let me tell you. Look at the log.
I gave them credit last season.
Look at the log.
I gave them credit last season.
That's fine, but you're still calling an accolade that they've achieved. The same thing you are saying. You don't want legends.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you in terms of like, if you win something, there's going to be backlash because people aren't going to like the fact that you won, especially if they don't support you. I'm agreeing with you, but I'm just saying there's certain things that are like it's just it's not the circumstances. There like there was just we've never experienced COVID in terms of football, so it's like okay, people. It wasn't the same league.
Yeah. Okay, let me let you finish.
It wasn't the same league. But now that we actually have football back and we're having people actually say what Borio and I think it's only Wayne Rooney who has actually been speaking properly, and I was like, nah, this team is serious.
Okay.
And it was full respect to Wayne Rooney if he's watching this. Shout out, bro. Nah, for real.
He's definitely not watching this.
Okay.
He's not watching this.
Look, if he sees this, hey man, Rooney, listen, you're the reason I started putting on that red t-shirt. Okay, carry on.
But yeah, like there's certain things that are just outlandish that I've never actually seen said. And I understand there's certain things like also us, we have a solid defense. Sometimes we'll sit back and play haram ball. And I've seen that I can fully accept. I laugh about it sometimes because I've seen Jose Mourinho do it and he won the Premier League. And I was like, okay, fair. If you're gonna do enough about that, that is fine. But then where is this thing of like, okay, if Arsenal win it is because every single other team was shit. What? Isn't that how? But isn't that how?
A COVID trophy and that.
Because it was
bro,
teams were nerfed, bro. Teams were nerfed because of the circumstance. There is nothing that we can say that is comparable now from that season to this season now.
Let me show you, nah.
I'm sorry.
Numerically, right? Numerically.
Yes.
At this point of the season, right? Numbers are low. You guys at 53 points after 24 games is low, right? Man City, Aston Villa at 46 points and 41 or whatever points they're at is low. Man United being in the top 4 in the current state we're in is low.
I think that's just you guys not giving yourselves credit.
No.
You guys are actually doing something great.
No, guys.
Okay.
No, guys.
Okay.
Guys, right? No. This season is not great. Numerically, on your guys' standard also of where you are on top of the table. It is not great, right? But credit. I'm not taking away the credit of you guys being at the top. I'm not taking the credit of you guys winning the games you've won. And none of that. Even the weight, it doesn't matter, right? But what I'm sternly against and what I'll always be against is this notion that people can't say things to you guys and it's acceptable. There's no such thing. If you are capable of calling Liverpool's trophy that they won during that time of COVID a COVID trophy, people are able to say the same thing to you guys about the fact that you guys are just having a season, you're winning the worst season. But at the end of the day, guess what? Let me tell you a little something. You still win the trophy. So this whole thing of us saying, oh, when it comes to Arsenal, everything is amplified. Stop.
My point of mentioning this is not to actually show that we have actually victims. I get you have that point. My point of saying is that, okay, the ways to discredit Arsenal aren't actually there. I think sometimes we just need to watch football and actually be like, okay, fair, we're dominant in set pieces. We scored 2 open goals this past weekend and we actually blew Leeds out of the water. Both Gyökeres and Jesus scored this weekend.
And God, he didn't score last week.
So it seems like we're back to firing on all fronts. Noni actually had a great performance. I'm glad.
Thank God you started.
I'm glad. No, but that's because
unfortunate situation.
Yeah, I'm still a bit worried about that. I still want to see. I got a notification now. The Arsenal app gave me a notification about the update, so I'll just check that.
Let me Google it quickly.
Yeah, just go check. But yeah, I'm still worried about Saka. I'm glad with how Noni played. Noni played phenomenally. The deliveries he was giving in for the set pieces were great. Leo was on form when Martinelli came in. That assist he gave Gyökeres. Yes, sir.
Oh, also,
yes.
So that you guys have this on camera, shout out to Odegaard's assist. That was great. That was great.
I need you to talk shit about him, bro.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Every time I do that, that's funny. If you guys remember, leading up to the Man United game, right? I didn't slander Odegaard anytime, right? Even in the game, I reserved everything. I kept biting my tongue. After the game, I dragged this brute. And the thing is, I hate the fact that this curse might be true.
Yeah, for those who don't know, for context reasons, anytime Tita actually tunes a player, the next few game weeks he just absolutely puts on a masterclass, and that's just an ongoing joke. Isn't it?
Like Chelsea.
Oh, who?
Like Chelsea players. I've been dragging, what's that brute, Tosin? I've been dragging that brute since the season.
Okay, he's a lost no, but come on, guys. Tosin. Okay.
But anyway, yeah. Okay, so I think we've exhausted the Arsenal point now, right?
Yeah.
I think you guys you have a chance to extend the lead. I think now it's just a matter of you guys putting your heads down and going through it, right? Understanding that teams will set up the way they set up, understanding that things will happen the way they're happening, right?
Yeah, I also said this, like Mikal, after what team was this? Liverpool, after the Liverpool game and how they set up, I was like, okay, Mikal needs to know that this is how teams are gonna set up from now onwards.
Okay.
There's no point that if they're gonna play like this, that we're gonna be safe, and that's how we drop points against you guys. Shout out, congratulations. But then I'm very happy with the response that they gave. It gives me so much more confidence going forward.
Yeah, because you guys would not respond. Last season you didn't respond to that. Real Madrid, like you guys beat Real Madrid.
Yeah.
You guys like just started losing, and that's where you lost like any chance of winning the league.
Yeah.
And then the season before, after Christmas, same thing. You guys didn't respond after a loss. So maybe
I want to say something to Marks as well. Marks, in the last podcast, I told you that every single season something happens to the team and we come out as a different team. And I think this is probably the greatest evidence of that. That Mikal came out in the press and was like, "Nah, we're gonna try."
Oh, it doesn't look like something serious. He's saying.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Whether he's going to be available for tomorrow or the weekend, we'll see.
Okay.
That's what Saka's situation is saying.
Marino's out. Marino's out for the season.
Marino's also injured. And I saw that we tried to make a bid for Tonali because of that situation.
Oh, if you guys get Tonali, you guys will have two things. You will have a backup for Rice, or you have someone who will work next to us.
Because he can play defensive and he can play eight as well.
And he can play 10.
But I don't think Newcastle is gonna let him go, like especially at the start.
No. But after Isak,
he's a general. They're still hurting and they just lost 4-1 to Liverpool. So they're gonna without Isak, that is. So yeah. Dofa, is there anything you want to say about Arsenal maybe?
Yeah, real quick. First of all, I heard that the fans really are pushing for Arteta to play Skelly in midfield now, which is pretty interesting. You know, that could work. I see that working.
But who's gonna sit out?
Yeah.
Who's gonna sit out? Sorry to interject, but I just want to find out.
Marino's injured. Remember, Marino's injured.
Yeah, but where's Skelly going?
8
to midfield.
No, yeah, where? Like
I think 6.
Who's at 6? Zubi?
Zubi's at 6. So if we rotate, Marino would usually play when Marino and Rice play. Rice would play 6, and then Marino would play 8, and then you've got your 10 as
is 6.
Bro,
So
I don't know.
Wait, let me just.
Skelly might have the mental acumen to play 6, right? But I think, I don't know, lately Skelly hasn't been as MLS as he's been.
It's just game time, bro. It's just game time. Skelly's a baller. Skelly's a baller. Let's not forget last season. He's a baller.
No. Bro, I love Skelly, bro. Like, Skelly for me.
I think he'll thrive at 8. Because the way he carries the ball up and he literally burns it.
Okay, yeah, he is progressive.
My word.
I think play Rice at 8, guys. Any game you played Rice at 8 has been your best football. I actually want to check how you guys played, where you played Rice last week. And if Rice played at 8,
he played.
Guys, give me a contract. Give me a contract. I'll be a manager for any squad.
Wait, are you talking about the Leeds match? Match.
Yeah.
The Leeds match, Zubi was the one who was advancing. He actually scored.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he scored.
I thought I was right. No.
Look, bro, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter who we play at 6 or 8 because they're both good at either position. So it's a good problem.
They do this most of the time.
They're very good at it. So
that's fine. That's fine.
People are shouting for Skelly to be like the extra man in midfield, not as a starter. T-Time, that's what you're asking. Just as like an extra man in midfield. And then with Arsenal, I would say it's really ours to lose. I think when it comes to the title race, the position we stand, it's only us that's in our against. That could make us lose. Like it's us against us. It's Arsenal against Arsenal, really. That's all it boils down to. Arsenal. And then I think the Man United loss was somewhat of a blessing in disguise. Just to give us that reminder, that kick in the ass of like, I'm still in the title race. You're still in the title race. You know what I mean?
Do you think you guys became complacent before
Definitely.
Oh, we did.
Definitely. We became conservative.
Sorry.
We became conservative. We became safe. We became somewhat like we were afraid of losing than we were wanting to win, if that makes sense. Like we wanted to not lose more than we wanted to win.
And I see.
So it's really up to us. It's really up to us. So as an Arsenal fan, that's good news, because I know Arteta is gonna work his magic. And another side note regarding that is you guys saw the press conference last week. He actually admitted that the thing of Odegaard dropping down was an Odegaard thing, and it's not a him thing. And Kai Havertz is back. Yeah,
Kai's back. Also, that's a good thing. Yeah,
Kai's back, so that's good. And I think Saka getting injured. I hope it's not a bad injury, but I do think it's a slight.
Wait, Kai's injured again.
No, not Kai, Saka.
Oh.
Saka.
Sorry.
I think the injury is like the slightest blessing in disguise as well, because Saka needed a break. Like his form dipped, and I needed that break. And Noni's playing well. So another thing is that comparing this to last season is crazy, because last season, bro, Saka injury.
That's pain, bro. The season was gone. You guys knew those raps.
The season was
that's
done.
Progress. There's immense progress in terms of the squad depth. There's immense.
And now the fact that last match we played without Odegaard and without Saka, and we scored 4 goals, bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Look.
Guys,
wait. Remember, I said this after the Man United game. I said the problem. I think I've been saying this for like a while, right? As long as those two are getting the game time that they're getting, you guys will never be able to get the results you need.
Yeah, we agreed with you there, bro.
But besides fatigue, like outside of fatigue, I think there's an element of complacency. I think look at Martinelli. Martinelli, he wasn't as complacent anymore, right?
Now, but then the complacency. Sorry, bro. The complacency thing was across the board. That one was definitely across the board. No. And we saw that.
But remember, you guys started dropping results recently. Saka hasn't dropped anything recently, right? Maybe an assist in between here and there or something, right? But Saka has not dropped anything consistently. Odegaard has not dropped anything consistently, right? Your team started like maybe having lackluster results like for the past month or so, right? After Christmas again, right? So, like, my thing is they're guaranteed game time. That's a problem in the team. You have a Mo Salah who can't even pass to a bro right next to him, and he's making state claims on national television that I've done too much for this club to not start.
That. Listen, I hear that, and I think you're totally right. And I think I would say the Man United match was the match where Arteta realized what you're saying right now.
Yeah. Also, Arteta had a problem. Also, that was my problem.
We'll definitely see the change that I don't know if you're hoping it will happen, but the change you're talking about, I think we're going to see that now.
He's not hoping for anything.
I mean, we saw Havertz is starting. So like what you're talking about is starting to happen. Like Arteta,
he's starting a striker.
No, he's starting as Cam.
Back to his original position.
Yeah.
But I don't know why.
So Arteta realizes what you're saying. He definitely does, and hopefully,
I must give him my notebook. He'll have some great manager tips.
I think also Mikel's also looking at the critique that we're giving him and how he's been using the players.
Yeah.
And that's why I said in the group chat where it's like he actually challenged him in that interview. He was like, it's in his nature to go backwards. And he knows that the Arsenal fan base, we really don't like seeing him take a touch backwards and then pass the ball backwards and everything.
Who's this?
Odegaard.
Oh, yeah.
So he challenged him, and then he showed up, and then he did the through ball, and it was actually a fantastic
side.
A fantastic
side into the middle.
Yeah,
guys,
his Spanish even made it better. I literally watched it. I didn't even scream. I was like, "Ooh." Chef kiss.
But anyway,
yeah, shout out to Mikel. He actually did what we've been asking, what he should have done a while ago. The players are also switching on. Shout out to Odegaard as well for his assist. I hope he continues to. And I think we can move on to Man United. Are the Red Devils back, boys?
No.
Totally back. They are so back, bro. Tita, you guys are so back.
You guys don't understand. I've been through this. 3 wins. I've been through this. 4 wins. I've been through this. 5 wins.
Go off, bro. Go off.
I've been through this. Man United, if anything, Man United's not back, right? If anything, right? I think, and it goes back to what I said earlier on this year. I mean last year, right? Like
Yeah.
Amorim is not going to win us anything, but he'll be a catalyst for a lot of change in a lot of areas, right? And a way to prove that is our locker room has not been in control since Jose Mourinho, right? OGS was managing it, maybe he was able to get by, but after that, heads were gone. Salaries were coming in, your Rashfords were taking over, your Garnachos, your Greenwoods were hitting women, and all of that, right?
Yeah.
So like, no, but our dressing, our locker room was
You're not wrong.
control.
You're not wrong, yeah.
Right? And I'm not saying that like in a funny way. I'm not trying to be funny. Like these are things that actually happen.
Yeah.
Right. And now you move from that into like a manager who, Bruce are hugging each other on the training ground. Bruce are praising each other and all of that, right? Which was Amorim's work. I believe that he cultivated that culture, but then obviously his problem as a manager was not him cultivating. It was his inability to change what he wanted to do to what he needs to do, right? But at the same time, I think there were many board issues, right? Outside of that, I mean, I think about it now. That thing was very obvious where we were playing Fletcher, right? Fletcher's nosy, right? Which, bro, Fletcher, when he came on that game, bro, it's like we were playing with 2 midfielders. He was nowhere to be found, right? And that goes to show the impact of the board wanting him to do something as a coach, right? Can play a massive role because Bruce are just trying to hike up their value, right? Which wasn't the time. Mainu is back in the squad. I'm so happy, and he is balling, right? Sending niggas to the shop. He's taking a responsibility. I think since he's come back, I've seen a lot more shots from the midfield outside of just Bruno, right? And so forth. So, do I think we're back? No, I do not think we're back. In fact, I think the real tests are. No, stop. I don't want to hear from an Arsenal fan.
I'm also agreeing.
No, I disagree with you.
Look,
I disagree with you.
My question is, the last time you did a watch along, yeah, you said as soon as they can win against the small teams, and I'm not fully. I think you got against Fulham.
Yeah.
And I think Fulham is a mid-table side,
Yeah.
which isn't really a small team like that, but you can still classify them in terms of like top 6.
Now let me show you
should be beating them. They did.
the score.
So it's Carrick the guy.
Look at the scoreline. Look at the scoreline.
They
What is
came
the
back
scoreline?
from 2-0 to 2-2.
2-0. Now, unfortunately, Man City couldn't do what we did and scored a third one, but 2-0.
But I think it's a good sign though for a process that's still starting off.
Look,
so still. So, of course, there's going to be there's going to be loose screws there.
It's giving me confidence.
But you still managed to win the game from that. I think that's something you should be looking at.
And created the goal.
Give some time for things to actually improve.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say we're back. That's not what I'm going to say. Because if Man United were back, we'd be first on the log.
Nah, come on.
The board is the biggest issue at that club. The board is the biggest issue at that club.
Oh, we have the... No, but what do you mean? If Man United were back, we'd be first on the log. That's a fact.
Sandile, think about it. Sandile, when Man United was on top.
Wins.
Sandile, think about it. When Man United was on top.
They were on top.
I mean, they were on top 2 times in the previous years. When Mourinho was in and when OGS was manager, where were they? They were going after the title.
Yeah.
Second.
When Man United is... Bro... When Man United is back, we're winning.
The board.
But then that's like Arsenal fans saying, okay, assuming we were not in a good position, if it's like saying if Arsenal is back, we'd be invincibles. Do you know what I mean?
You would
you
have
guys
won the
only
league.
win an invincible league.
You would have won the league. You wouldn't have been invincible. You would have won the league.
Gents, if Man United were back to what Man United's supposed to be, right? I'm telling you now, we would be having chance of Man United contesting Arsenal.
Yeah, that's better. Say you'd be in a
winning. No.
I think.
No. I'm not gonna back down from the fact that we'll be winning. That's a fact. we'd be winning the league. You guys can disagree because you're at the top right now. That's fine, but we'd be winning the league.
It's hypothetical, so it's not the case.
Let's just leave it at that. Yeah. It's not the case. It's not the case. We're not back, right? And the thing is, you might say, "Oh, I'm being harsh and all of that, bro." I've been in this position. My heart has been broken too many times. They say it's the hope that kills. You understand? So for me, like Man United right now, I think we're on a good trajectory, right? But I still do believe that we have a lot of work to do. Unfortunately, today is the deadline day, and we haven't signed a midfielder, right? And as much as we need a 6 and an 8, we don't have that because we can't keep playing Ugarte. Okay, but we have Mainu at least for now. But if he gets injured, then it's Chai, right? So we're not back to the point of where I can confidently say every game we're gonna win, right? But we're at a point where I can watch my club and smile, and be like,
what do you want to see? What more do you want to see?
I want to see us consistently winning. Celebrating 3 wins like it's a trophy is not something I want to do as a fan.
But it's 3 big wins, though. You've done something that most people did not expect you to. Okay, maybe some City fans would expect you to beat you guys with your new interim coach. You beat Arsenal, title contenders, probably number 1 title contenders, and you beat a mid-table side, a smaller club than you guys, which you guys have been crying about. You did 3 big things in those 3 fixtures. What more do you want to do?
The new broom sweeps well, bro. The new broom sweeps well. But
do you think it's possible that you guys get Carrick gets found out?
If they continue with Carrick, I won't be unhappy, right? But if they change to someone, they need to change to someone that makes sense. The reason I would love Carrick to stay is because it's someone who understands the culture of Man United, right? Anytime someone has understood the culture, maybe except every time someone who has understood the culture of winning at Man United, we've come really close or played really well, right? OGS, we came second, right? Ruud van Nistelrooy, when we were under him, we won like 2 games. But then guess what? He went to Leicester City and what happened? Got tanked, right? Michael Carrick is someone who was under Saf, right?
Not fair.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I would love to have someone who understands the culture of winning at Man United, but at the same time, right, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, I'm confident that every week we're going to win. I'm far from that. I'm confident that we're going to play beautiful football now. That I'm confident, where we move the ball, where we can control the ball, where we can counter, where we can sit, right, and do our utmost best, where we can vary the game. We have tactics that move around, right? I can say, okay, away, that's fire. But where I can sit here and be like, nah, boys, Man United's back. We've won 3 games. I'd just be a fool. Because now next week, who are we playing? I forgot who we're playing next week. But whoever we're playing next week, bro, like I can promise you now, right? I'm gonna say, yeah, Man United are back, and then next week we lose 4-0, boy. You understand?
We're
4th on the log. In a season I never thought we'd be 4th in, right? So yeah, my stance is not that Man United's back. My stance is also to say that we are on the right path. And I think if we stick with Carrick, I'd be happy. My whole thing of Man United should just stick to a manager and just thug it out.
Yeah.
Right? I said the same with 10. As much as I hated him, I said we should just thug it out and stick it out and see how far he takes us, right? When Amorim came, you guys asked me, should we sack him? I said, no, we should thug it out and stick. Because the reason we're in this predicament where we're financially raptured, right? Where we are, we have no identity, we have no structure, is not just the board, but the fact that we chop and change managers like their shoes.
That's the board's fault.
But it's not just the board's fault. It's also the thing is, us as fans, we're too spoiled, right? We're not willing to admit that it takes time. People forget that Arsenal used to play with Holding and freaking who's that guy? Who's that guy who used to play left back, dog? Kolasinac. We forget Arsenal.
Bring back our trauma, please.
Okay, we forget Liverpool used to play with Bob Martin, Skirtle, and Moreno in the defense. We forget that Man City used to have a time where Gail Clichy was their starting after the seasons that they won, right? And Zabaleta and all of that. We forget that, right? Because we expect ourselves to go back to the glory days. That's not going to happen overnight. We need to get to a point where we're getting players to be convinced that this project is worthwhile. We need to get to a point where when we get these players, we integrate them properly. Once integrating them, then we start going for things. But we can't do that when we change the manager 3 times in one season.
Well, I think you guys look like I will say.
Oh, we're playing Spurs. Oh my
The
god.
dressing room, nah, don't worry. Don't worry about Spurs, bro.
No, but you're
I don't
lucky. You're
think-
at home. You're at home.
Yeah, I don't think you should worry. The only team you should really worry about Spurs is these guys, these lot, City, that team.
You
You're
still
right.
have to
But no,
play
but
them
Spurs
away.
has
What are
always
you
been their
saying?
bogey team.
Bro, we
Yeah.
smashed them. How much? When was the last time they beat us, bro? Come on, they your bogey
Bro,
team.
it's a
not
derby
ours.
They
day.
are.
Anything can happen.
Do you know which other team's their bogey team? Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace has City's number boy. It's like Aston Villa and you guys, bro.
Fair. Aston Villa is our bogey team.
Fuck Aston
But
Villa,
yeah.
bro. Fuck. I hate that team, bro.
Bro, and then
I hate
Sunderland at
Aston
home.
Villa. I hate the manager, bro. I hate everything about that team. And the fucking goalkeeper. That goalkeeper was at Arsenal, bro. Why didn't he cook like the way he's cooking now?
He
when he was
did.
with us,
You
bro?
guys sold him.
Yeah. Aye, fuck
He
that nigga,
did.
bro.
What did it? The
Fuck
reason
him,
Martinez was
that's
even
the
on the map was
association.
because of you guys.
With Aston Villa.
But then you guys
And
got Raya, which
you know that nigga Buendia, bro. You know Buendia chose Aston Villa over Arsenal when we were at Benta Club. And then
Yeah.
goes and scores
Yeah.
against us in
if
the last minute, bro.
Buendia was at Arsenal,
Where would he play? Where does Bendia play?
10
He
and
plays in Cam. He would replace your friend Odegaard.
I mean, I think it's great that we didn't get him because the reason why we got Odegaard is because Buendia chose not to come to
I
us.
still think Odegaard should be playing for Sundowns, but can we?
Next level disrespect. What the hell, bro?
That's fine.
But this is still a title charging team, boy. It's not like I said he must play for Chiefs.
Wow.
I think can we talk about the next
Yo.
games?
Sandy, can you please
Wait,
relax?
guys, goal of the week, though. Goal of the week.
Solanke
Of
easily.
course, yeah. We have to give it to Dominic Solanke. That's
Okay, what was the goal of the week last week?
I'll give it to Drago. Is that his name? Drago or some shit? Nah, not Cunha, bro. I'll give it to the second goal. The second goal.
You're
I
lying.
think-
Dogu.
Yeah, Drogu,
Nah,
whatever his
I
name
give
is.
Cunha. I give Dogu's goal was a screamer. But Cunha's goal was just odd, man. Have you ever seen Leonardo DiCaprio?
yeah. It was- Okay. Anyways, before we end it off, boys, let's talk about Chelsea Arsenal. Just a quick one.
Yeah.
Give our thoughts about that game, and then give our predictions, and then we're out of here.
Okay, guess what?
I think it's gonna be yeah, Kiki go.
Take us
Honestly,
on. Yeah, it's all you, brother.
I'm really scared for
Yeah.
this match because it determines if Chelsea's back or not. I am really scared because if we can,
You guys.
if we can win not only the match but go to the next round, that would be injecting.
The final, boy. Final.
That would be so insane.
Chelsea are a cup team, guys.
Yeah, because we're a cup team. I said this last week, Sandile. I said it. I said Chelsea were gonna win because we are a cup team. Then I also predicted that Benfica was gonna win, but we're not gonna talk about that. I said Chelsea's gonna win.
I spent Benfica.
I
That
said
time we're
Chelsea's
versing
gonna
him
win
again,
because we are a
bro.
cup team. We
We're versing
won.
him again.
You might go. Yeah, you going to face.
Going home, man.
Yeah.
Madrid's going home.
Yeah, but continue. Kick us off. Sorry.
So I want to see. I really want to. I can't really predict. I genuinely cannot predict. But what I am seeing is it's gonna go to penalties.
Yo, that's a big shout.
Yeah, it's gonna go to penalties.
That's a big
Okay.
shot.
That's a statement.
Dove score prediction? How's it ending?
I say we win if Raya starts. I'm not gonna lie.
Cool. Go, NG.
If Raya
Who's the
starts,
second keeper?
Kepa.
Oh, Kepa.
Yeah.
if Raya starts, we winning. Because I think, bro, against like with the previous match, some of those goals and chances, like if Raya was there, bro, like let's be real, like no shade to Kepa, but like if Raya was there, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think if Raya starts, we win the match 1-0, and then what is it, 4-2 on aggregate. If not, then yeah, I would say penalties, extra time, or whatever. I think it's penalties. Yeah.
My
But
word.
I think ultimately we're gonna win. But it's gonna be a tough match. Like we're gonna have to go into a low block probably at some point. I feel.
You guys might have to park the bus. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think I don't think it's gonna. I think people are hoping for a tough contested game, but I genuinely think we're gonna see Arsenal come out, probably score 1 or 2, and then see Chelsea pepper our defense like we haven't seen in a while. And yeah, we're probably just gonna have to control the game. That's probably, and we've seen Arsenal do that before and see games off. But I am going to say, on aggregate, I will say it's going to be 5-3.
So you think it's gonna be 1-1?
Yeah. 5-3.
Because it's 4-2 now, isn't it?
It's 3-2.
No,
Oh,
3-2.
So it's gonna be 2. It's gonna be 2-1.
Okay.
2-1 to us. That's what
I think depending on how they set up, because you know Chelsea has like 3 players in every position, right? Depending on who they start with as Mandem FC, I think if they start with Esteval and you guys start with Skelly,
No way.
they might stifle your creativity because
this is a semi-final. We're not gonna.
bro, look, we've said some things about Arteta doing this and doing that, and then he does the exact opposite, right?
Yeah.
So it depends on who he starts. I think it's going to be a close match. I do think it's going to be a close match. I think it's going to be a 2-goal difference, though. I just don't know which side, because Chelsea have scoring ways. Chelsea do have scoring ways.
I know which side you're going for.
But Arsenal also have scoring ways lately. If they play with the stuff that they played with last week, or they play with the similar, lack of conservativeness, right? So I don't know who is going to have the 2-goal lead. There's going to be goals from both sides, definitely. But I think it's going to be like a 3-1 or like a 4-2 or something. It's not going to be something that's like outright just 1-0 or 2-1. I think it's going to be a tough game until it's not a tough game. That's what I think.
Pick a winner, brother.
I don't care. Anyone loses, I'm happy. If both of you could lose, oh my gosh, sign me up. But you can't. So a draw for me is fine, but then it goes to penalties. And then who'll be in your post, Kepa, and they don't want to see me light skin keeper. So penalties, but who's your takers? There's Pedro, there's but Saka's might not start.
It's 50-50 with penalty. Yeah. So Marks, anything?
I'm gonna go 3-2 Chelsea, penalties, and I believe Chelsea would win.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
But I guess we'll see. This video is gonna be out on Tuesday, so I guess we'll see later today if you're watching on release. And yeah, thank you guys for joining us. It's been Rivals FC. Please like, comment, subscribe,
share.
Yes, if you thought we had a bad take, we thought we said something that didn't make any sense, yeah, leave a timestamp and let us know what it was. And yeah, see you guys next time. Peace.